Michelle and this is Michmash, and today I have a confession to make. I've been a lazy reader recently. I wanted to do a booktube discussion video on lazy reading, or you could call it easy reading, because it's something I've been thinking about a lot lately. Yesterday I went to a book launch of an indie press in my city, but I enjoyed that so much, and it was, I always find when I'm watching people that are creative do their thing, whatever that is, I am so inspired, and I wish I could write a book. I wish I could be that kind of creative. Regardless, I'm just always inspired by those kind of people. So yesterday it made me think a lot about the kind of books I've been reading, because I've been really feeling lackluster about the books I've been reading recently. I've barely had any 5-star reads this year. I was thinking about doing that New York Times by the book tag, and one of the questions is, what was the last truly great book you read? And I honestly couldn't really think of an answer for that question, and that made me so depressed. I started Booktube because books excite me. I want to talk about books and share them with you and exchange book recommendations and ideas about the books that we're reading. But if I'm not excited about the books I'm reading, what's the point? And so I've just been realizing that I need to be a little more proactive about thinking about what kind of books I'm reading. And I think part of that laziness is just sitting there and watching YouTube videos or looking on Goodreads and seeing what other people liked and just reading it, not investigating to see if that's something that would actually interest me. It also happened to be while I was in the middle of Illuminate by Amy Kaufman. I'll be talking about this more at the end of the month in my May wrap-up, but I really didn't like this book. I gave it 2 stars, and it did nothing for me. And I'm not shitting on YA books specifically. For me, personally, several different genres are that way to me. And I really like a lot of the YA books I've read, but I've realized that for me, YA, fantasy, and mysteries are like candy to me. I like them, I enjoy them, I can get through them quickly, but they don't inspire me, they don't challenge my thinking, they don't change the way I think about anything. They just are entertainment. And I've always thought that reading should be more than just entertainment. Sometimes, yes, I'm definitely still going to be reading some YA, definitely quite a bit of fantasy because I've realized I really like it and enjoy it, and still mysteries because there's some really good mystery authors out there. Tana French. But I just want those to be a little bit more of the exception of the books I read rather than the majority. And recently I've been feeling like it's kind of the majority, although it's not quite. I've been reading some adult fiction lately, but just nothing that has really excited me too much. So my goal is to start investigating a little bit more, reading the books that I've had on my TBR list for ages, but that have been intimidating me for some reason. I do find that I get intimidated by books that are long, have serious topics, or the ones that I know will make me cry, or just ones that have had a lot of smart people read them, and I get intimidated because I feel like I'm not going to know what to say about them, or I'm not going to get it fully. But if I don't ever challenge myself, how am I ever going to learn or grow or, And the thing is, those books, when I do read them, those are the ones I end up loving the most. So what the heck am I doing? So I'm realizing that I really need to start changing my reading habits and actually doing what I say I want to do. I didn't want this to be one of those videos that's like, I realize I need to stop reading YA, because I feel like every booktuber goes through that stage, and I'm not really going through that phase. There are some YA books, like the Grisha trilogy. I'm definitely going to still finish that series. I enjoyed it, and it's fun. I want that to be a small portion of my reading, rather than the huge majority. One thing that really encourages my laziness, I guess, is the Goodreads challenge. And last year I read the most books I've ever read according to Goodreads, and it was so exciting, and I got addicted to that drug, basically, and I set my goal as 52 books this year, and I had a schedule, and I'm loving it. And But I've realized that maybe part of the reason I'm not reading those big, long, serious books is because I'm scared I'll only get through 2 or 3 in a month rather than 5 or 6. But really, I would much rather read a few books that I really enjoy and that I identify with in a really engaging way than 6 books that I am going to forget about in another month and I don't care about and I don't feel like talking about on my channel. Why am I wasting my time with those books? I really want to be reading the kinds of books that I am telling my friends about the minute I'm like 50 pages in. I want to be telling all my friends, you guys are going to need to read this book. Or that I am excited to come on here and film a video and gush about how amazing this book is. On the other hand, I know that I'm not going to love every single book I pick up, and that is fine. I just want to be reading books that will stick with me and challenge me, and that doesn't mean I'm going to like it. There's several books I've read in the last year: Zadie Smith on Beauty, Miranda July, The Very First Bad Man, and Beloved by Toni Morrison. I didn't really like any of those books, to be honest, but I still think about those books. They have stuck with me in a way that Illuminae won't. And they've challenged my thinking, and it made me wonder, why don't I like this book? What is making me feel uncomfortable? And those are really good things I want in my reading life as well. So I'm not saying I have to have all 5-star books, that's impossible. I think that's all I have to say. Hopefully some of this made sense and I can edit it together to form cohesive thoughts. So please let me know your thoughts below. I would be really interested to hear. Are you lazy in your reading? Have you gone through a lazy period? How do you find books that you know are going to challenge you and interest you in a way that is more than just entertainment? And yeah, let me know any other thoughts that you might have about this topic. And if you want to do a video of your own about this topic, please do, and I'll link it below and I would love to check it out. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later.